So how often do you play some great golf, hit some great shots and then sign for a scorecard that is very much not a reflection of your performance? Are you tired of throwing away good rounds of golf, ruining your scorecard with the odd bad hole? So if this sounds familiar and you're looking to consistently break 90, lower your golf scores, then today's video is definitely for you. So I've played with plenty of golfers over the years who, well, they hit the ball fantastically well, hit it for miles in fact, but then they don't score particularly well at the end of the round. And for me, there are 5 reasons why that happens. And what I'm going to show you in today's video is 5 simple solutions to those problems, which will make a massive impact on your scoring without you having to change any element of your actual golf swing. Right, let's kick things off with problem number 1 from what is the 5th hole. I'm middle of the fairway on a par 4. And I've just got 150 yards into the green. We've got a little bit of an issue that I want to discuss and where you've got a major problem in breaking 90. And that's our inability to assess or evaluate risk versus reward. Now, as you can see from this bit of drone footage from where I'm situated, the green is on a very much severe dogleg from left to right. And if I want to hit the green from 150 yards out, it means I've got to go directly over this tree line. There's a couple of issues there, or potential risks. One, that I hit the trees because I don't get the ball quite how I wanted to, don't get it up in the air. And as you can see, there's some out of bounds sticks, I'm out of bounds. Other option is I get it up in the air, but I don't quite carry the right distance. Maybe I fade it as well, and once again, I'm out of bounds. So it's a high risk shot with a penalty attached. Do I want to take that if I'm trying to break 90? Well, I would suggest no. You don't want to waste a good drive like this from the middle of the fairway. So what I'm going to suggest we look at doing is evaluate it a little bit differently. And if I play something like an 8 iron, 9 iron, straight down in front of me where I'm looking now, you'll see we avoid any chance of going out of bounds. We avoid a pond that is situated on the corner of this dogleg as well, and it should leave me just a 50, a 60 yard chip into the hole, and I've eliminated all the risks. So evaluate the situation and make sure you understand the risk versus the reward. And once you start making those decisions a little bit more towards the kind of eliminating risk, I'm pretty sure you'll start to drop your scores and consistently start breaking 90. Problem number 2, and a massive issue in a number of different ways for any golfer, and that's ego. But ego really plays a part in what I'm about to tell you now, because you're not prepared to do what it actually takes to break 90 on a regular occurrence. Because 18 over par is effectively 1 over par for every hole on the golf course. So this par 3 we're about to play now is, I'm going to play it as a par 4, and I'm going to tell you why. It's because it's extremely dangerous and it's a card wrecker. But for most of us, and when I first started playing golf 35 years ago, when I come to this hole, I'd pick out the club from the bag that gets me 180 yards with my Sunday best. The problem was, I'd slice it out to the right and have to play 3 off the tee. I'd pull it left and go into the pond. And every now and again, yes, I might hit the green, but it's that percentage chance of doing so which is a real issue. So today, I'm going to play it as a par 4, and let's see if we can make this a whole lot simpler. So the first thing for me to do is evaluate where my sort of safe zone is, and that is 30-40 yards short of the green is the widest part of the fairway. It means we don't bring the pond into play, and I'm going to steer to the left-hand side of what is the fairway, even though I'm playing a par 3. So that's my safe landing space. So what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to play a 4 hybrid down towards the pond, knowing full well that I can't reach it with what is going to be a 3/4 swing. Let's see if we can do that first of all. Right, that's pretty much perfect. So I've got myself in the middle of the fairway. We're in a safe zone, and what it should leave me now is a nice, very straightforward chip into the green. And I've took all the risk out of the equation by playing that first shot, dropping my ego and not trying to get this ball on the green and potentially wreck my card. Give me a chance in some way. Well, that was probably a bit better than expected. And we've got what might be 8-10 foot for a potential par. But don't forget, we're playing this as a 4. So in my eyes, I'm putting for birdie right now. I actually chose to play an 8 iron, and I'll explain in another problem later on in this video about how that club selection also plays a major part in you reducing your score. So now, like I said, we've got a putt for a 3, And if we're still, then we walk off with that 4 and we're still going to break 90. Do you know, the irony is I bogey that hole virtually every week, and I've just parred it using my own methods. Why don't I listen to my own methodology? Problem number 3 is very simple and straightforward to eradicate from your game, and it's the choice of shot type that you elect to play. Now, it's really important because you get this bit wrong, again, it can be hugely costly. This position I'm in here now is, well, we've probably got about 30 yards to the flag. I've got nothing in front of me, and there are a few options to play. The wrong option is the one that you'll see me play last, and that is a wedge with some loft and throw it up in the air. It did okay. I executed the shot okay, and as you can see, a bit of a cheater. You can see it's the furthest from the flag, and that's because the other 2 options were far safer. The first one being was the putter. Yes, often it's joked and frowned upon, the Texas wedge, and for some reason people are embarrassed to play it from this kind of situation. But it is the club with the highest percentage of success from this position. And when I say success, it's the highest percentage of club that can't have failure, in my opinion. Let's rephrase it. Because with the putter, I'm not going to mess the shot up, I'm not going to blade it, I'm not going to thin it, and I am going to get it somewhere down there near the target. This did really well, but if it goes a little bit further, a little bit shorter, I'm still safe and I'm still in a scoring zone and a possibility to make that par. The last club I played was in fact an 8-iron. It was a little chip and run shot, and it was exactly the same concept. Get the ball on the ground and get it moving. That first choice of shot, and so many will come to here, they're 30 yards away and they're playing a lofted wedge. It's incredibly difficult to execute. It's got a huge percentage room for error, and a lot can go wrong. So choose the club and the shot type that you're trying to play wisely, and it will massively impact your scores. And as Lewis Johnson once said to me, you don't chip over nothing. So literally get it on the ground, get it running towards the hole as soon as you can. And in this